Welcome to a new episode.
What's good?
What's good, baby? 312 Unscripted. I'm one of your hosts, Karl. I got with me Chris D and a special guest, one of our homies from day one, Erick Carmargo. What's good, Eric? Go ahead. Introduce yourself, bro.
My name's Erick Carmargo, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Also, Albany Park is my neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
Another member of AP in the hood. Welcome.
AP crew, man.
How are you, Eric?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
Good, man. I'm happy to have you on the show,
Yeah,
man.
dude. We're stoked to have you, dude.
You know, we've been talking about having you on. Edgar already plugged you in last week, so
Nice.
you know, so it's a good time to have you on the show.
Good to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
What do you think of our podcast so far?
Fucking amazing so far. Honestly,
Nice.
like I like it. I like the vibe. I like the sense. You know, it's too bad it's my first time, but this is fucking nice.
It won't be your last. It won't be your last, that's for sure.
You.
So what you been up to, Eric? I know we've been to your restaurant shooting some footage. Karl works there predominantly, doing a lot of footage there for you guys.
Yeah, he's actually been killing it on the Instagram with us.
Thanks,
like all of it, like it's just. It used to be over a phone. Now it just looks like cinema, and like that's
Damn,
like
you put it like that.
That's what he brought me
Hey, that's
in
a good
for.
word. Hey,
I'm
that's a
just-
good word. It's like, hey, it's cinema now. It's not no longer your
it's not-
iPhone.
yeah,
It's more of a cinematic.
You know,
deal.
like I could make a TikTok at home, and I could also manage the Instagram. But now it's more like, no, let's get to editing. Let's
Wait,
make
so
sure
you-
it looks good.
So you were in charge of the footage before?
No. I just knew the connect. I knew the people who were doing the work.
Okay.
So like her, you know, I'm not trying to talk smack, but it wasn't there. as
Okay.
I was
No,
saying.
I mean,
You know,
I get
and
it.
then
There's always place to improve anywhere.
Yeah. And like
And
my
business is business. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
my boss was like saying, "Man, we were trying to look into somebody." I'm like, "Yo, let me show you a video because 2 years ago we
which
did
video did you
yeah.
show?
we did something.
Yeah, we did something at Piggy Smalls, and I was trying to advertise it as in like
What was
a
Piggy
nice,
Smalls?
Piggy Smalls was a nice Euro shot from the Purple Pig. Yeah, so that was coming up. That was up and rising. But I
Wait,
needed,
this was a side.
this
thing
is like a side
Yeah.
thing,
connected to Purple Pig.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Which what
Same
did they do
ingredient.
there? What they
The
sell?
Purple Pig is like Mediterranean cuisine.
Okay, and
The Piggy Smalls was a Euro shop. So we were selling Euros. We were also selling like
gyros.
Yeah, Euros.
Okay, some
Nah,
people
bro,
call
he
it.
knows, dude. He
Yeah,
knows.
no, okay. Some people call it. Like, see, me personally, I was like euros,
You know,
like what,
like
like
it's
the monetary
tzatziki, not
value, like
tatsiki.
the money.
Euro.
Yeah, euro. No, he
Euro.
said so. Gyros
Yeah,
slash euros.
Gyros.
Gyros.
There you go. I grew up saying gyros, but then
Yeah.
like my chef corrected me. He was just like, "Nah, it's gyros." I'm like, I feel like a dipshit all these 15
Okay,
years.
so
And we live next to the gyro
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
That's what it was, right? Gyro shop right
It
there
was
by
a gyro-
Bland's Pantry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead though.
So you guys were working at you were working at that. Little,
Yeah, I was working at that location before the pandemic started.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in charge for like probably 4 months, and then I said, "Karl, I need some work, and I need to advertise this and like saying that I care about this business, and I want to make it better, better than what we had it before.
Right.
Because before it was just like, oh, post it, taste this, that's it. But with him, it was more like, no, I want to get like interviews, footage, action, all that in 90 seconds.
So it was more of a like snap
so
a picture and post it before.
Before. But then when I brought him in, it was just like, all right, let's try this. And then like what, 3 weeks later, the city shuts down for the pandemic.
Yeah, dude. Bummer.
So like we had everything ready. I was even gonna present this to my boss.
He was
like
so
I had this
into it.
like I was working on it for like weeks. Like I got a little secret, you know. And then like next thing you know, it's just like shit. What a bummer.
Right.
Dude.
So like I was reintroduced when we were trying to get better at advertising, and they were saying, well, maybe the lady that we hired is not doing her job. And I saying, ding, why don't you bring in Karl? Let me show you a video that he already gave me. And then
And
he's
this is
like,
a little Piggy
the
Smalls
Yeah, the
The
Piggy
Piggy
Smalls
Smalls
video.
thing, yeah.
that you've been holding on to at this point for a
Yes.
while because
and
you
I
couldn't
showed
post it.
Yep. And I showed it to her. Go like, I love it. Bring him in. So they had their own little chat, and that's it. It launched out.
Yeah,
But
it's
even with
history
the
from
work,
there.
like the work itself is speaking for itself. So it's kind of like,
So
damn.
when you came in and you said, "Hey, yeah, I did that," Eric just called me in and he wanted this, and I told him this is how I'm gonna lay it out for you, and this is how I'm gonna shoot it. What did they say to that when they like, oh, so you really did shoot this?
It was just a conversation. Mariana reached out to me, and it was like, you know, I treated her like a human being and like obviously a client, but like my business relationships or more so personal relationships turned into business. So I just got to know her, had a few phone calls, and then we're just like, okay, cool. Like, full transparency, like, this is what I did for Erick. We filmed it. I said, like, he was more so running the show because he was very passionate about, like, wanting to push the brand. And I was just like, yo, tell me what you need, and then I'll try to meet your criteria, and then we'll push it out. From there, she referenced the video, and I told her, hey, like, straight up, like, I'm more so like a cinematic type content creator. If you're looking for TikTok or if you're looking for so-and-so, it might not work out. And I told her, look,
let me try it. If you like it, then we'll work with it. If not,
exactly
with your style, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
So another question. When you guys did that Piggy Smalls footage, who directed that?
I'd say it was I would say He's pointing at me, but like my direction.
Him. He did all the work. Like, you got to say this. Or like,
wait, you're in the footage?
Yeah, I'm in the footage. I'm even saying, like, I even noticed I was saying and this and this and
he got self-conscious. Yeah. I'm just like, dude, I could chop up the and, dude. I could chop up the and. Just say the shit you want to say, and then I'll piece it together so it looks like legitimate and, fluid.
Right.
Yeah. It was. I would say it's a co-production because he had the vision. He was always referencing like, girl, yeah, right. Like he wanted
that's the best visual for me as like a videography.
Right.
Like just the slow-mo, just the tempo, just the rhythm. It's like a beautiful dance, but like just with like filming and food.
All right.
Yeah,
like,
I love the way he it's
like a dance.
He pointed
it's
at
like a dance.
He painted that picture quite well. So I was just like, okay, this is what I could do for you. He looked at it, he liked it, and
How long was that footage?
Rest is history. About a minute and a half.
Minute 30.
Yeah.
So a minute 30 impressed your boss so much and said, hey, call this guy up. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, and it was just like kind of like, all right, it's a nice recommendation. It's not that I boosted my spot, but it was more like, but look at the work though, man. Like, it's just a big difference. Like, I would want to like dine here.
Right.
Like, for sure. It just looks fire.
Thanks, dude.
Thank
you.
It just, I love it.
Thank you. And I mean, I'm
seen
very
some of the
humbled for the
footage.
opportunity. So thanks.
I've seen some of the footage. I've actually gone with them and done that. Looked at some of the food that you guys make, which is delicious.
It's fire, dude.
It is delicious. So I'm not going to take away from the food. But it is delicious. So that's awesome, man, that you guys got connected and started doing this footage stuff for this Purple Pig / Piggy Smalls. Piggy Smalls still up or not?
Nah, unfortunately it shut
because
down.
Of the COVID.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
So right now we just stood at the Purple Pig.
Okay.
And we just,
Are there any plans of branching out again and trying again?
Yeah, there's talks about it. There's talks about
just rumors.
Yeah,
just rumors.
Some of those rumors sometimes come true.
All right, well,
it's just like, all right, we're moving too fast. I'm
like,
not
jinx
it. No, keep up. We're moving too fast. I'm like,
let's not jinx it. All right, so that's awesome, man.
If you dream
do you still
hard,
have that footage, Carl?
I do, but I don't share it unless I get the green light from this guy.
You're good.
Can we show you on that? During this. All right, guys. Fine. So for everybody wondering what the hell we're talking about, here it is.
Check it out.
How we set up the Piggy Small atmosphere here. This is one thing that like I get excited for. Just imagine if you work somewhere and you legit step out of your mindset that it's work. You replace work with a play place. And this play place is where you are having fun, where you love. Just kind of like not replace that mindset as like a profession now to a kid. Like this play, like you're a kid and you're in a play place. This is excitement. This is what you want. This is what you get. And for me, that's what I feel like. I feel like a kid coming in here at Piggy Smalls and I'm excited. I want to do this. I want to make sure that it's the best. That's one message that I want our guests to receive. That it's not that what we're settling for. It's what you're getting.
Order for Corbin.
It's legit like an adult cafeteria here. And I think we stand out the most because the quality of our food comes at its best.
So that was the footage. Damn. And
cool.
how long did it take you guys to film that?
Couple days.
What?
I went in there.
Couple days?
Yeah, dude. Couple days.
So it wasn't one cut, one go?
No, dude. First was an introductory, like, okay, Eric, let me scope out the spot. Let me see, like, the environment, the ambiance.
Oh, so it wasn't just a film about just dish. It was like the whole restaurant.
Well, because when he said cinematic, I wanted to incorporate other portions of the restaurant that's like, that would aesthetically add to the story that he was telling.
Right.
So I took it upon my duty to say, hey, okay, let me see how it looks like without any customers in there. Let me see how it looks like when he's setting up. I mean, I would say I think it was 4 days tops. I just wanted to, get in and out, and I needed to isolate him for one day to do some interviews too. So like, I wanted to make sure that like, I wasn't getting into his workflow and what he needed to get done for the business itself. I was like, okay, give me a time either before or after work where we can sit down. I ask you questions and then he just answers and,
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
That is dope. So how did you end up in the Purple Pig, if you don't mind me asking?
I was actually looking for a job in like 2013. And
so you've been there for a while.
Yeah, I'm going out to 10 years.
So you're like a veteran.
Almost 10 years, dude.
You're a veteran. All right,
yeah,
cool.
like you could say I put my time in. I put my time in.
They have company parties or they don't?
They do, but as you know, we got new owners right now. So I told him, I egg him on, get him a party. Because
I used to work at Twin Anchors, as a busser, back in my youngin' days. And they would do like a Super Bowl party where they would like close down the restaurant and have like a basically employee party for the people there, and it'd be Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean we're trying to do that for the holidays though.
Okay.
But it's because of the whole pandemic, like changeover on the ownerships. It's different.
But it's a fun place to work at.
Yes, I mean right now I'm living my dream. Like honestly,
That's
like
dope,
cooking
dude.
wise, like I'm passionate about cooking. I like the science of it. I like the whole astronomy. I like the whole facts that like, all right, what's the process of making a duck? Or like, all right, you got to feed them water. You got to give them hay. Go to the farmers. Even the science of like, all right, what does fermentation look like after 10 days? What does oxygen do to your food? In a certain temperature.
Right.
So it's just like, that's where I fell in love with. So I'm just more passionate about it.
I mean, because looking at it from outside inside, I'm more of the like, hey, Hell's Kitchen, hey, fucking restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, that catches my attention too.
What's the name of that show where he goes and like checks out what's wrong with the restaurant that they're
Kitchen Nightmares?
Kitchen Nightmares. See, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
Those catch my eyes.
Like actually, to be honest, like Chef Ramsay's one of my favorite chefs.
All right.
Yeah,
and
so
he is an
that's, like-
entrepreneur, so he.
Yeah, so he knows what's up, and like flavors, I totally get it. I'm not gonna knock him down, but the wonderful thing about that, he's a good instructor.
You got anything to say to me? Say it to my face, not my back. You got it. Fuck off.
Okay.
He explains himself properly. So like if I can imagine, like just imagine myself doing that, then I could prosper my dreams and make myself happy and make myself look like, oh, this motherfucker knows what's up.
Right.
Sick.
Man, so but did this whole thing start from you watching those shows, or did you have a passion for it?
Not really. I mean, I've always had an interest in the kitchen. Like to be honest, I used to watch like Channel 11 on Saturdays at like 3:30 on the weekends.
With
back
the
in
Asian
the day.
guy?
This is like 94,
With the Asian guy?
96. No, the old lady who had a lot of hair. Oh my God, this is delicious.
I got
A lot of people are just so scared of any recipe they see that says sugar syrup or caramel. And they no, I won't do anything like that.
look that up.
So
and I used to watch those shows and I'm like, wow, this is fucking amazing. She's making peas and carrots and it looks fucking fantastic.
Right.
With a piece of fucking chicken leg.
So you don't just go for the taste; you go for the aesthetic,
visual.
the visuals.
The visual, like to see. All right, how can I bring this? Like right now for me, the biggest challenge is like pairing, and that's always gonna be like a struggle as a chef.
Anybody,
like how can you make it delicious? All right, if I bring this element, what's missing here? Excuse me. But I've presented dishes to my chefs, and these guys like they've been around the block. One of them is already a James Beard Award winning chef, so he knows what's up.
A what?
James Beard Award winning chef.
James Beard?
Yeah, it's like the Michael Jordan of the kitchen.
What about the Michelin one? What is that?
Michelin is like, it's up there, but you gotta have like everything's gotta be perfect.
So
Like
it's
your
not James Beard.
Oh, wow. So-
like you gotta have your employees perfect, like tucking in their
shit.
shirts, your silverware. Like where is your silverware? Putting it to the left or to the right? Your aprons, or even your employees, your kitchen, all that.
Let me
shit.
stop you right there. Let me
That's
stop you right
gnarly.
there. Did you fucking know that?
I did not know.
I know Michelin restaurants, but I didn't know the Michelin criteria.
Yeah, criteria? No, to answer your question, criteria, no. I knew Michelin and James Beard because, just looking at their stuff and whatnot.
And
but
being in the industry, working in the industry with clients.
Yeah,
like
but
James Beard is kind of like, you go around the restaurants and you see, all right, these guys are doing what's up. You dine and you understand the menu.
Right.
Purple Pig's a Mediterranean restaurant. You go to Soko, it's a Mexican cuisine restaurant. Like, you understand the menu. Right. So, like, if you bring that shit to paper, you're explosive.
Right. So there's more criteria to the Michelin one than there is to the James Beard one.
You got to be perfect.
The James Beard is just a chef.
James Beard is just a chef, but, like, what's up and rising? What's up and rising at the moment? Like, you could have a barbecue chef, you could have Thailand chef, like you could have different kinds of chef at the James Beard. That's what's wonderful about it. But when you're seeking,
so James Beard is more of an innovative chef.
Yes.
So a chef that's breaking boundaries and like breaking like tradition.
You could be a Michelin chef, but it just depends on your restaurant. Like, you gotta have everybody's on the 2s and 10s.
Right.
Everybody. I'm talking about, like, I want to win an award. I would need everybody on board.
Okay.
Look, this is my career. This is my passion. You ruin it, get out of here. Oh, shit. If you're going to prosper with me, let's do it.
So it's like MJ Last Dance shit. Like,
yeah, like, it's honestly with, like, in the chef world, it depends, because I'm not saying that I'm going up and rising, but I understand when you're up there, there's people are there just to knock you off real fast.
Oh, dude.
And you get it, because you got to either be two pieces. You're going to be two people. You're going to be people who are going to be like, oh, I'm redemption and, like, I don't want it. Or you're going to be a rebel and just say, I don't care. Let's just do it. Mm-hmm. Let's make this happen.
Mm-hmm. So wow. you need a lot of resilience then to, take on that adversity and just, I mean, what kind of shit happens? Like, how are they, is it internally, externally? Like, how is your, I guess, existence being challenged when you're trying to come up?
Well, I mean, everybody tries to see it like, all right, if you're not doing it right, then you don't have haters. And if you have haters, you're doing it right.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So that's how my sister explained it to me. Because I try to talk to her like a therapist. I'm like, all right, what
does your sister have to do with this? She's in the industry too?
No, but she's kind of like the person who I guide. She's also a manager.
She's a critic.
Yeah, she's a critic, but she understands that, like, all right, what terms? Don't be so hard on people. Do this. Explain to them. You got to be much nicer than this.
So she coaches you as far as how to talk
I'm talking
to people.
about, like, she's coached me through management because she has the patience. Like, I vent out and go like, well, maybe there's going on the thing. You can't be comparing people with their problems. I'm like, ooh, right. All right, yeah, I understand. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's more like a learning process as well. So, like, my goal is, all right, I'm learning, I'm getting better. Now let's advance our food. Let's make it better. Let's make a dish out of nothing. Let's make sure that with the next special we have seafood, or let's have a different quality of food. Bringing in eggplant, local eggplant. Right. Different things.
Wow, so
super interesting.
I mean, there's some things that I didn't know that I just learning right now, like that whole James Beard. I never even heard of that. Do they have stickers for that at the door?
Yeah, like we get awards. Like if you're dining at the Purple Pig, you have an award right there. Purple Pig James Beard Award, Uprising Chef, 2014, and that's when I just got on board. Oh, so wow. 2014 was the year. So it's kind of crazy because like the two chefs that were in charge, right? It was the whole politics things on them.
I hate politics, bro. I hate politics in any industry. Anything.
Yeah, it's just like it was BS. So
there's always a hierarchy. Like, hey, man, you can't go above this guy's head, so you got to go. You got
to chop down the people,
right?
Or manipulate them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in our case, unfortunately, they were manipulated. They got paid off to leave when we were receiving our James Beard.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like literally like they like I don't know what's the amount of money, but they legit got paid from an old ex-owner who was getting out of the company. And they were getting paid to leave while my chef owner was getting the James Beard.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just like, wow, that's a lot of politics.
Dude, that's shady too.
Yeah, and it was just like, what? But like, it's crazy because
that happens.
Yeah, that actually happens because I was thinking like I was with like all the other cooks that are still there. Veterans are still there.
Oh, they kept them on because they're talented. Like, they're skilled.
We're gonna be with you, And you know, like the sous chef right now is Jeffrey Harasi. I shout out to him because he's trained me how to be a chef. He was the one who was just like,
you know,
this is the one that like this is gonna count. Nobody's leaving. We're just gonna have to work through it. He worked a lunch and a dinner, and like made sure the restaurant was good. But like that's the passion that I needed as a company.
Right.
Where it's just like, man, if this motherfucker's gonna pull his weight, man, I'm gonna learn how to pull my weight, no matter what's gonna destroy me or what's gonna make me better.
So and everybody got to put in their
everybody put in their words, and everyone's just like, this guy was about to cry, saying, man, the doors are gonna open. I don't have 2 sous chefs. They just walked out. I'm like, man, I'm just a cook at a time. I'm like, I got you, whatever you need.
Right.
Whatever it
takes.
You
stepped up.
Yeah, I stepped up, and then next thing you know, it's just like they started seeing like. Man, I started seeing the development from you being a line cook to a junior sous chef. And a junior sous is more like taking initiative. I got this.
Okay. Can you take us through the hierarchy?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah. What's the hierarchy?
All right, so you got chef and chef owner. Then you got executive. Yeah, then you have a
wait.
Chef or
let's
chef
start from
owner.
Bottom up. Let's start from bottom up.
Bottom up, you got dishwashers and receivers.
Okay.
All right. People who put away your merchandise.
This is all people in the back.
Yeah, this is all the people in the back. Then you got your prep cooks.
Okay.
Your prep cooks are going to be
chops with the vegetables.
All the vegetables, all your pastas, all your portioning, whatever they need.
Mm-hmm.
All your mise en place. Mise en place is all your shit. Everything you need. Mise en place.
What's that?
Mise en place means anything you need to be successful in that recipe or your production.
Okay.
Mise en place. When you say mise en place, is everything you need. If I need a pen, I need a pen. If I need a pen, mise en place.
What is that language?
French.
Okay.
Remember, French cuisine was born because of culinary instructions were born in the French cuisine.
What did I call him last time? Ratatouille.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, go.
I'm just fun about this shit.
Okay.
All right, so then you got your prep cooks and you got your line cooks. Your line cooks are the ones who are making sure it goes on the plate, and they're in charge of a station.
Okay.
So that means their mise en place got to be on point. From picking parsley to like having shaved onions to making sure you have hummus and your smears, which is with feta. All your shit's in your station. That's your station.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the ones in charge of the kitchen managers, which is the kitchen manager or junior sous chef.
He's the one that sets the plates and makes sure that everything gets out.
No. He's the one who's making sure their line cooks are doing their job.
Okay.
So he's patrolling. Okay. Hey, come on, let's go. Or he's making sure if he's gonna work a station, he's gonna be working top dog station, like the one that gets a lot of tickets, the one that gets production out. That's what he's working through. That's a junior sous, and also taking initiative of what they have to do. Then you got your sous chefs, where they look overpass and make sure the restaurant is successful.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's talking about like from allergies to front of the house to making sure that your menu's correct to even closing right or opening right. All right. Then you have your executive chef. Your executive chef would be taking care of food costs, orders, making sure all the production is well enough. You know, like everything. Then you got your chef owners. Your chef owner is the one who owns it, signs your check. Make sure it clears. You're good.
But a chef though, nonetheless.
No, yeah. Like before anything, he's a chef,
right?
Yeah. Like I'm a chef before anything. I'm like, I understand, but you're also my boss.
Right.
You know, you're up and running, bro. Like, all right. So right now I'm a sous chef.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm controlled of the kitchen. You know.
So you're under executive.
Yeah, under executive, but like, see his expectations.
So you're third in.
Yeah, but like his expectations are so high. That's where I step up and make sure my quality is that high. Because the goal is to be in his shoes. That's the goal.
Okay. Right.
That's the goal. And the goal is to be the guy who signs your check. Hey, bro, it's Carmargo signing your check. Let's go.
Damn.
You know, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Right. Damn.
So, like, you know, like, if I'm telling you, like, I dreamed of him being a chef.
Right,
I dreamed of it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's why I went to culinary school. That's why I want to be successful. But
you went to culinary school?
Yeah, I went to culinary school.
Damn.
Nobody knows, but
nobody knows that.
No, yeah. I know because whenever I'd have a conversation with him when he was going to culinary school, every little tangent of a conversation would turn into like recipes and flavors, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about right now?
How did you like culinary school? Is it all?
It was fun. To be honest, it was fucking fun.
Right.
I loved it.
So does the school pay off? Let's just say that. Does the education pay off, or is it better just to be there? It's just
the paper, but you get more experience at a restaurant.
Okay,
that's what I was trying to. Yes.
But one thing that I do gotta say, you get more professional with a culinary degree.
What do you mean? Define that.
Like the way you speak to people, the way you like make sure you manage, the way you think about the whole operation.
Oh, okay.
You know, like for example, front of the house, back of the house. Like you got to make sure your allergies are on point. In culinary school, they show you how allergies work, what's the reaction, why does it exist, and why is there rules and regulation in culinary school. They explain all this step by step.
Something I didn't know.
Interesting. Yeah, me neither.
Because I mean, and then speaking of like allergies and the menus, are most menus just like permanent, or you guys do like rotations?
It's basically like going to someone's house and say, "Hey, I made cashew soup, but I'm allergic to nuts." It's more like, "Fuck, well, I can't feed you then. What do you want, scrambled eggs?" Like what? You know, like I'm trying to. You're coming into my house. I have a menu. I'm ready to feed you.
Right.
You know, it's okay, but like if it's a preference thing, I don't like it. It's just like, well, the flavors that we worked hard for to combine them. It's kind of a big diss on us.
Right.
But if it's an allergy,
you see what he's saying? I've never even heard this perspective.
Yeah,
does that make sense? Like
it makes sense.
I'm offending him because I'm allergic to cashews.
Right.
After all the work that he's done to make these flavors work together.
It's just like what?
Yes.
So like similar experience for myself. Like
that's crazy.
When I had pho this one time randomly, just trying to piggyback off what he said. No pun intended. I wanted to modify my pho. So like I said,
people don't know what pho is.
Pho is like Vietnamese noodles. Soup. Yeah. I wanted to modify it.
Broth.
And I remember one of the owners, I'm not going to say who, when, and where, one of the owners got upset because they're just like, why would you do that? Because it kind of defeats the purpose of the dish holistically.
What did you order?
What's up? A regular pho, but like at the time I didn't want any meats. I didn't want, a
vegetarian pho.
Yeah, exactly. I know they have tofu, but like specifically, like they're.
Would it still be vegetarian if you have the broth?
That's a good question. Like chicken broth?
Yeah, like chicken broth, beef broth. I mean,
technically not.
Right?
Technically not.
So okay, because I always thought about like, well, if they can't have certain things, is it preference? Because I deal with a lot with the religion. So it's more like,
halal.
Yeah,
halal
like
meat?
It has to be, or like, is it processed, pasteurized, this, and that,
kosher, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. But like, no, just to wrap that little tangent up, it's just they were really, I don't want to say offended, but they were just adamant about like, hey, let's keep it like this because the way they presented it was the way it's supposed to be eaten. So, kind of like what Eric was saying right there is just like the flavors that they work on is meant to specifically, like, I'm gonna take a quote from his book, like dance in your mouth, right, and make sure like it tastes good. That's how it's presented.
He didn't say dance in your mouth. He said the footage was supposed to be like a dance. It had nothing to do with food.
Well, I mean, dance, whatever, dance.
Yes, he used the word dance.
I'm swagger jacking.
Not in the
I'm swagger jacking dance
of taste buds. He said.
Right. So I swagger jack dance, but in a different context. But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, you're all good.
Yeah. So, damn, dude, you're teaching me so much things that I didn't know go behind the scenes of this whole culinary business.
It's a whole different scene.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, every kitchen runs different. Every single kitchen. Not all the kitchens are the same. Like, I've worked in other kitchens where it was just like, whoa, you guys are doing that? Or like kind of like chiefing a bowl in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It's the culture.
Sounds like some Jimmy John shit.
Yeah, no, not even. It's somewhere around here. I'm not gonna say it.
Dude, so same thing. When I used to work at a restaurant, I'm not gonna say which one, and I was helping to manage it.
Right,
dude. Like the kitchen, the cooks. Every time after a shift, they'd have some, some cervezas. They'd have some shots of a certain liquor, certain liquor, and I'm just like, yo, this is okay. That's cool. And like, it'd be low key though, because whenever El Jefe would come in or like the owner would come in, it's like, okay, cut that shit out. Cut it out. So it's a little culture that like, some people may not know about that exists in the back of the house.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, because sure. Are there drug tests when it comes to culinaries? Not really,
I
right?
mean, it technically you can do it. It's not legal, but
it's not legal.
Yeah. Like it's not illegal if you like. I mean, it's not illegal if you give somebody a drug test and you have suspicions.
All right, okay.
It's
Right?
because like, but then again, you gotta really mess up to make sure, man, you gotta drug test him right now.
Yeah,
he's high off
oh,
something.
wow.
Because he almost caught the chimney on fire. Or
No,
something.
not even that. It's just like weird shit. Like people have their own problems. People
Okay, so speaking of like all that little secret shit behind the scenes and shit, you know, my question is, does like, I know smoking weed happens a lot in the culinary business, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
So my question is, do you think that improves a person's taste buds? Or does that make a dish? Do these guys go into another fucking?
It's more of an
dude.
inspiration.
Okay.
More of inspiration. Like, all right, combining for example, Brussels sprouts.
Right.
Are they
Ooh.
delicious by themselves?
Hell no.
Okay, but like you combine it with cheese, melted cheese,
Okay.
and like charred green beans, and like peppery arugula, and then shaved Parmesan.
Okay. So my question is,
Or like just imagining that's all like a dish. Like, all right, comparing from salty to savory.
there we go. There we go. I wanted to go into the taste.
Yeah, to salty to savory to delicious. All right, what am I missing? Because there's things where it's just like, this is missing like a pickled item. This is missing some acidity. This is missing like something
Acidity.
sweet.
Dude, yeah, man. I don't even
like,
know how to...
it makes sense.
These are tones of taste buds that I've never even heard. Does
Yeah,
that
Right,
make
like-
sense?
but you probably tasted, but you
You
just
taste it.
don't
Everybody,
register.
everybody
Don't
tastes
register,
it.
yeah.
Look at French fries.
Right.
French fries, what do they need when they come out? Salt.
Yeah.
And it tastes phenomenal.
I don't like it without.
No,
I'm
no,
okay
but
without
like-
salt.
You're
What
okay.
the
You're
hell?
okay without salt. All right. What if it doesn't have ketchup, or if it does? You know,
True.
You know, it's just like
True.
it has no salt and it doesn't have ketchup. Damn. Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Like, just think about like the science of like a Chicago dog. Why do they have like relish and like, you know, like
that?
poppy seeds?
Mustard.
What's that
Poppy
little,
seeds.
that little last salt? that
Celery
they-
salt.
There you go.
Celery salt.
Why is that?
Why is it called celery
Because
salt?
you just need all the flavors to combine, and it's also like it's delicious. It complements one and another.
Dude,
You know,
my kid.
but like I always think about histories too. Like dishes are made up because of resources.
right.
So just think about Chicago and like when they made the hot dog. All right, brother, we're making a Chicago dog. Get the relish from the fridge, get the celery salt, and we're gonna make fucking tomatoes. Make Chicago dog, and
You know
that's
what I mean?
it.
Capiche.
Like just thinking about it, a chili dog.
What's
what
available?
Do you need? What do you need to make a chili dog? What do you make? What do you need to make cheese fries?
Right.
Cheese.
You know, it's just like
But a lot of these old dishes are all based off of whatever was available at the time, right?
exactly. So like now with America being the new cuisine in the United States, it's difficult because we're just fatty and greasy.
Yeah.
We just take a lot more things to like intake, you know, like you could have like french fries and have a fat ass burger, you know, or you could go like in the Mexican cuisine where it's just tortillas and frijoles with arroz,
Right.
no meat, and like just simple. Every ethnicity is different,
Right.
you know.
And then you do the Mediterranean, but would you say that is your favorite cuisine?
It's
Or do you have a
to be
preference?
honest, it's a very very interesting cuisine.
Why?
To-
Why?
to-
Right? I'm like,
No,
what the
just
fuck?
the resources. As in, like, you have a beautiful sea right there. So you have like massive amounts of sea. You have anchovies. You have sardines out there. You have different.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
seafood?
Yeah, I mean, it's different if you try to give it to another element. Not just give you like, oh, this is just like I'm just eating catfish and you're eating catfish. All right, let's try to make something different. Let's try to make chicharron skins out of catfish.
Oh, I see. So you're like mixing and fusing. At
Yeah,
that
but
point.
like just making sure it's different flavors.
Mm.
You know.
I've never thought of that.
You know, and like, all right, so I work with a product called foie gras.
What is
Foie
that?
gras
The
is
fuck?
duck liver or goose liver.
Okay, duck or goose liver.
Yes, and
What's
like usually
what's it
it's-
called?
Foie gras.
Foie gras.
Foie gras. It's like it's mainly known in the French cuisine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you
it's
said
like an
wait,
elegant. It's an elegant smear, and it's all fat.
you mentioned French a lot. Are you saying the French are
No,
like the
it's just like
masters
you-
of cuisine?
I can't knock him down because I respect him so much because of the history.
Okay.
The reason why when you go to culinary school, they explain you the history. Why do you
There
call
you go.
saute? Why do you call like saucier your sauce maker?
Sous vide.
Yeah, sous vide. It's just
fuck is a sous vide? Like
it's when you boil the food.
It's a water oven, just like that. Simple words. It's a water oven.
So you can
not
never
like
overcook
a steamer.
it.
It's not a steamer.
No, you dip it in water that's controlled. That has a set temperature. You'll never go above or under it.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So it always comes out
never
perfect.
dries your meats. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a new style that came out recently. I got a sous vide, so I know.
Yeah. You should cook your ducks in there, or your pork.
I do my steaks. My steaks and my burgers are always a sous vide because they always come out like if you want medium well, there's a certain temperature that you do that, and there's a certain temperature, and all you got to do is put it on top of the grill and just sear it.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
All the
all
time.
the taste,
Same
all
result.
the juices saved.
Got you.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you can't, you can't eat that,
get all that blood, you get all that fat.
It's all like simmered in it. It's like it's cooked in it. It's boiled in it.
Yeah, like you can the like whatever in the bag, you can't escape.
Yeah.
So all that air molecules, all that flavor
retained,
retains, and it's still there.
That's a beautiful art, though. Like when you think intricately about it. Yeah.
Well, what's your perspective on that? Like,
I mean, I think it's great. You could do multiple things with it. Multiple things. Like you can use that vacuum sealer to compress things.
Right.
So you could have like
I have one.
You know, you can have that. You can compress like your sweet potatoes in simple syrup.
Right.
You can put like cucumbers in like vinaigrette and make sure it's freaking delicious. Put them in a fresh salad. You could compress watermelon, and you know how watermelon is already sweet, but if you compress it, just imagine that one bite, all that sugar. It's like a candy pop.
Oh my god!
Yeah, bro. Like I'm telling you, like it's just the little things. Like compressing is a whole element compared to sous vide. Sous vide, you're cooking.
Right.
Compressing is like sucking the air out, making sure it's like nice and tight.
Oh, so like dehydrating?
No, dehydrating.
It's taking out the liquid.
No, taking out the liquid, all the water.
Okay.
And you have it in a dehydrator. But then, like, if you want to make something in a dehydrator, like you could do that too. You could have like thinly sliced pork tenderloin and marinate it with like paprika, cumin, like
just dropping
coriander.
recipes right
here. All right, and you gotta have like a little bit of pimento, which is like paprika. You put that with a little bit of oil. You marinate that and then you dehydrate it, and that's how you make your pork jerky.
Wow, dude, right there, dude.
And you dehydrate it.
It's a master class right now on.
Yeah, but like it's flavors. Delicious though, man. It's like
I believe you, bro.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
You like freeze it and you thinly slice it in a meat slicer. It's like whoa,
dude,
bro. Come on, like you fist munch your guy who made it. Like, dude, good job. Yeah, it's just as good. You think about it, or like even like you put your strawberries in simple syrup and then you dehydrate them and they become like strawberry chips.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not healthy. It's still got a lot of sugar though.
What's up?
It's not healthy because it's still got a lot of sugar.
Well, I mean, it's natural sugar though.
Natural sugar.
You're not adding any
No, he said simple syrup.
Yeah.
Simple syrup. My bad.
Dip it.
My bad. Unless it's like agave or something. I don't know.
Interesting, dude. So go back to the French thing. So the French history.
You can't knock them down because they were the creators of like Chef Escoffier, which is, and you could put it up on here. He's the motherfucker who made sure it's on pen and paper. All right, this is how it runs. It's a kitchen brigade system. All right, and he was just like from executive to sous chef to saucier to line cooks to junior sous to chefs to prep cooks. All the elements he covered. And he put it on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Then coloring school got popular like in the 1900s, where it's just like, all right, like it was mainly like in the 80s and 90s where it bloomed. It bloomed when it was a 2000 because of the Kitchen Nightmares. I went to culinary school, but I didn't do it because of that. I did it because I fell in love of like how food was processed. How like I saw, to be honest, my first love of it. I saw a man make a salad, and it was literally prosciutto and mixed greens with shaved Parmesan. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy, he made
salad good?
Yeah. And I'm like, what? And like my dad also too, like he put me on the diet with salads. Like you got to eat lettuce. You got to eat your tomatoes. He doesn't say tomatoes. He says tomatoes.
Why tomatoes?
Because he's foreign. And he's Mexican. But like I told him, it's tomatoes. I say tomatoes. You know, it's just like, dude, all right, bro. I respect.
You found salads delicious.
Yeah,
after
like
that.
Because like he used to take me to Old Country Buffet.
OCB,
you know,
baby.
yeah, OCB. He used to say like, all right, you can eat anything you want, but you gotta eat a salad before you start. And I'm like, oh,
So
I'm at OCB, bro. Come on. And it's just like, dude, I ate a salad. I ate the broccoli. I ate all that stuff. And then next thing you know, I get plates of like fried fish, fried chicken.
I have a question. Was that request more so a health request, or was it so that you get acquainted with the flavors?
Both. I say both, but like he did show me like be healthier.
Okay.
Or like eat healthier. Or like there's like I didn't know, but they're flavorful. You know, like you can eat peas, they're delicious. Depending on how you make it. You can make like steamed carrots, anything delicious as long as you have that touch. You know, you can have different elements. You can have carrots and peas together, and like you could put pumpkin seeds where they're roasted or like they're caramelized in maple syrup, and that's already delicious. Because you have sweet, savory, delicious.
Hey, what did he say about my pumpkins when he came in? You saw them?
No, I didn't see them.
The fucking pumpkins are dead, bro. I can't pick them up. So speaking of pumpkins, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That's crazy, though. So the French are like the fucking pioneers of culinary.
They are the pioneers, but it's only one guy. And it was like him who was like strict, like hardball, like, hey, I want this like this, and I want this. And, you know, if you don't like this system, this is how it is. And then ever since, it was kind of like our Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So like it went on from generation to generation to generation,
and everybody added a little bit.
Yeah, it added. It was just like it was still to the same thing though. Like before, if you talk about history, culinary it was invented because of all the hotels, and all for the royals, all for royalty.
So the bourgeoisie.
Princes, yeah, and they needed a cook when they went to their hotel. This is like the 1500s, 1400s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, all right. And then they had like a chef de partie, a chef garde-manger.
Okay.
You know, like all these little chefs. And I'm like, whoa, all right.
Man, the only chef I know is Ratatouille, Joe.
He's a good cook too,
Ratatouille,
man.
Chef Ramsay. That's about it for me too, bro. That is it.
That is it.
And then I remember watching Rugrats one day.
And then the guy with the spiky hair, what's his name?
I thought you were saying chef from South
Guy
Park.
Fieri. Oh, South Park chef. He's fucking.
Hey, what's up?
Baby, you are so fine and shit. The shit you do, the shit you say, I jump on your shit any day. Oh, hello there, children.
Yeah, so Guy Fieri, and then fucking what's his name? The guy who fucking passed away, suicide. What's his name?
Oh, what's the dude who
Anthony Bourdain.
Who traveled? Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, he was a good one too.
His fucking shows were always amazing, dude. Because he would like get to the point where he is talking about where you're talking about flavors and all this, and still like
master it.
Not only master it, but just have like the culture intertwined with his narrative. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
makes
like
perfect sense. I'll drop my spoon. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
So what you call it? Yeah, dude. So then how do you feel about now getting to where you're at now with the Purple Pig and stuff, and getting to that level of third place? What's it called?
I'll get it later.
It's
Junior Sue? Is that Junior Sue?
No, he said
No, sous chef.
Sous
sous
chef?
chef.
No.
Yeah.
But what does Sue stand for again?
Sous is like second in command.
Second in command.
Yeah, from executive.
But what does it stand for in French? Do you know?
Nah, not off the bat. I mean, I just know it's just like
Sous,
all I
bro.
know is just like under the executive chef.
Okay.
But like he's your right hand man, left hand man, like whatever the case is, I got to take care of it.
So when you go home, are you expected to cook or what?
I mean, either or. It's to be
He's the man of
honest.
the house, man. You got
I'm only asking because
It depends.
let's
like,
just say my partner was fucking sous chef, sous chef. I would expect some like weekend dishes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
No,
I'm
I
like,
mean
yo,
it's
Joe?
a both thing because I actually met my wife in culinary school.
Oh,
Dope.
shit.
Yeah, so
Cool.
like I looked at her and I looked at piece of steak. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, he was getting off on that piece of steak. He was getting off on that piece of steak.
I can't tell which was more delicious. No,
Yeah.
so you guys met at culinary school. Then.
Yeah, and like she used to think I was a dweeb. Like it's just like, God damn it, not you again.
Oh wow, dude.
Yeah, and then I just, I
Just work your
He
way in.
he swerved his way
I'm
in,
like,
dude.
all right, 2 kids in, I love you, baby.
There you go. No, but back to the thing. So you guys take turns in the kitchen or what?
Yeah, we take turns. Like, I mean,
Does she critique your dishes or do you
no,
guys
I
experiment?
feel like sometimes she's afraid saying that, like, oh, how was it? And I'm like, relax. I'll eat fish sticks if I have to. Like, I don't really care.
Oh, so she's judgmental about you
Yeah,
eating
and I'm
her food.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't really
It's
care.
chill, right?
It
You
needs
just
more
try
salt,
to
right?
eat.
It needs more salt, right? And I'm like, relax. I don't care. Thank you. I appreciate you made me food. Thank you.
Wow.
I'm more grateful
For sure.
about it.
Ah,
It's
hell
just
no.
like-
See,
shit.
me
You
and him
know,
are
it's
two
just
different
like
people,
it's a
dude.
salmon missing
I would have
salt.
been like, yo, we went to culinary school. Obviously, you see why I'm where I'm at. You're not where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Nah,
Hey, bro, that's
think
a
of it-
blessing. That's
hey,
a
think
blessing
of it-
not dealing with
I-
that shit,
I
dude.
would be like, think of it as constructive criticism. That's it, dude. I mean, I want you to be better for you, for me.
Oh, yeah. Mostly
For
for
you
you, though.
and for me.
Mostly for you. You trying to eat good,
Okay,
dude.
so what you call it? But she loves your food all the time,
Yeah, she loves my food.
or is she scared to say?
No,
also,
I mean, there's a couple times it's like, all right, it's too salty. I'm like, God damn it.
hey, so when something like that happens, do you like
and I'm
throw the food away or what?
yeah, and it's not salvageable. I mean, it's already well seasoned, and then they're not gonna eat it. So I'm like, fuck. What are we having for dinner?
Takeout.
You know?
At that point, it's
Yeah,
takeout.
yeah. At that point, it's that late. It's, all right, I'll go to
Do you
La
have a go-to
Michoacana.
for takeout? What you
Yeah,
got? Oh, you
yeah,
just said
La
Michoacana?
Yeah, La Michoacana.
I was gonna
That shit-
say Great Seas, dude.
Great Seas
Oh, Great
is good,
Seas.
but like to me, it's more like once a year kind of deal.
Too fatty? Too
No,
what?
yeah, it's too good. It's too good. Like it's like a
Dude,
rewarding
we used to
order.
eat that shit
Yeah.
every freaking every week, dude.
Me too.
Every
Me
week,
too.
dude. See, oh my god, man,
I love it.
it's delicious.
I love
it
it,
was
dude.
delicious. I don't eat it as much anymore because of health purposes, but that shit was flame.
Yeah.
Now, being a
it's-
master of taste buds here, did you taste the difference in Great Seas when they changed owners?
And you know what? It's like the last time I did it was what probably I'm about due for another tasting.
All right, there you go.
You know, I'm probably gonna order some tonight. You know, but
It's too late for tonight.
Is it?
Tomorrow.
but you know, like it was good. It's just like nothing has changed. Like to me, it's still the same flavors. I still get the great lollipops. You know, and they're just
That's
freaking
their
good.
that's their
You know what I
trademark,
do
though.
wish that comes back is George's Kebab.
Where's that?
Where
Never
was
heard of that.
It's on Lawrence. It used to be right there on Lawrence and Kedzie, in between Sawyer and Kedzie.
Lawrence and Kedzie.
Oh, on the north side.
Yeah,
the
like where they used to
Brazilian place that is
not the Brazilian spot, the neighbors.
It's a
the-
Puerto Rican spot now.
Yeah, well,
or
it
Guatemalan.
Yeah, the Jibaritos, whatever.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that-
want- I
it's a
want-
Guatemalan.
no,
Puerto
now.
Rican, Jibaritos are Puerto Rican.
Right. So, but now it's a Guatemalan spot. Same spot, just
Same
different
spot,
different
but, like,
owner.
This is
There's
the
the
third
turnover is
generation
high.
back. Third generation back.
Oh, three
George-
owners back.
Yeah,
Three businesses away.
there
Three
you
businesses
go.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, the George's one, that was fire.
dude,
Late night, any night, daytime, that was delicious.
Did you ever have that? I never had that.
Never
I
had
never
that.
had that.
San
I-
Juanitos is good too.
I haven't
San
even had
Juanitos is
I haven't
flame.
even had the sweets.
Nazareth sweets.
Nazareth sweets. No.
Oh man, that stuff is good. I gotta stay away from sweets, but the baklava. Oh my gosh, baklava good.
But yeah, so Great Seas is just like a once a year kind of thing for you. So
Yeah,
good.
it's good. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's like it's never disappointing. I'm never disappointed with that.
And your partner, she's from Albany Park also, or no?
No. She was born in California and she moved to Chicago with her family, but she was in the South Side.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah, so
did-
she
what-
traveled all the way to the South Side to the North Side.
just for Great Seas.
Yeah, no, just to
Just for Great Seas.
to St. Augustine.
St. Augustine.
What is
Yeah,
that?
which is our college we met.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Nice.
I was gonna say like, well, at least she did it for something. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for
Yeah,
Great
I
Seas.
mean-
It was for St. Augustine. Got it. No,
So,
but has she
and-
tried?
And then it turned out to me, but okay.
Has she tried Great Seas?
Yeah, she tried it. She loves it.
She loves it.
Yeah, it's just like she's not doesn't deal with hot. So it's
Oh,
either
she
Oh,
like-
doesn't
she was
do
like
spicy?
spicy, no
yeah,
spicy.
so it's no spicy, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll
get
deal
the
with
mild.
it.
Okay, so
dude.
so
Get the
coming from
mild.
so coming from a what you call it element of culinary, can you really separate spiciness from flavor?
Yeah, you can make it. You can make things very flavorful depending on what seasonings you want. It's just
Isn't
necessarily
paprika technically a pepper?
yeah, but it's not spicy.
Uh-huh.
It's not spicy.
Okay.
Like cayenne pepper, that's spicy.
That
That
shit's
will
good.
make your tongue gonna tingle
Okay.
because it's spicy.
Right.
Habaneros are not that spicy compared to like other peppers, which you have serranos, which you have like other kind of peppers too, like ghost peppers.
Yeah, I've had ghost peppers. I mean,
Habanero peppers.
have you ever
those are-
done? Have you ever done any of those spicy pepper challenges?
Yeah, I don't do the challenges. I just cook with it.
Okay.
So
Like
we have ghost
experimenting.
peppers or habaneros, and I use them in sauces. And I put literally like how
to
you do it.
experiment.
Yeah, but like it's about working with the product.
Okay.
So now I know. All right, this can take 3 more onions instead of 2 onions, and then I can. All right, instead of adding 1 handful of like consomme, I'm gonna add 2.
This is fucked up, crazy shit, dude.
Yeah.
So you sound like the type of person that can like take a taste of something and like break down all the ingredients in that fucking.
Yeah, because you could break down. It's a palate. It's your palate. It's literally your palate. So what do you want to dine in? You want something rich? All right, if you're going to have something rich, then you got to have something sweet right after. You know, because you're going to be filled with like creamy richness in your mouth or even fat.
Right.
And you got to break it down and like, all right, maybe I'll get a peppermint or maybe I'll get a scoop of ice cream, a gelato ice cream. Boom. All right, I'm good. Now have a glass of water. You're good.
You're clean palate.
Yeah, you got a clean palate. Or like you could just like go on how do you want to dine?
What the fuck?
Like some people stuff themselves. All right, that's
overwhelmed
great.
by all this information that I'm getting as far as like eating, because like I'm a fucking slob, dude. I'll just eat whatever I'm used to.
Yeah.
And sadly, I'm one of those people that have like a fixed menu. Like, yo, I'll eat this on Monday. I'll eat this on Tuesday. I'll eat this on Wednesday. Maybe mix and match here and there. But I mean, my scope of different dishes and all that crap is not here.
No, I'm not there either.
You know what I'm saying? So like my taste buds are very limited to like what I've tasted, and it's not a big world for my taste buds. It's a very small world, maybe a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
I mean, it's all about trying though. Like you can have delicious things just the way you want it though. Like I don't know, you can have like, all right, just go into like Brussels sprouts. You can shave them, season them. All right, shave them. They're literally like flakes. They're raw. Okay. And then you could add cheese to that. You could have pomegranates to that. You could add apples to that. And it's delicious. So you think about those elements. Like you got Brussels sprouts. It tastes like cabbage. All right, cabbage. Then you have cheese, which is salty. Then you have pomegranates, which they're sweet. Then you have like pomegranate molasses, which is another sweet element. Then you have like different other things.
So you could have Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and broccoli, and just fucking pour cheese on it, and it's delicious.
Depending though, it all depends because the way you're trying to present it.
Okay.
You know, like you can make apples. Apples are delicious, but what's your process of it?
Wait, all right. Speaking of apples.
Speaking
of apples. When I had those apples that day we did that footage for the Thanksgiving thing you guys got going on. By the way, we'll put it up again. If it's. Oh no, it's almost over. It's almost over.
The pick up your box.
Right. So they have.
You have a video? I haven't even seen it.
So what you call it?
Throw it out.
The Thanksgiving box?
Yeah. So what you call it? That dish had a side of apples.
Yeah.
I did not know it was apples because they looked like potatoes to me. And I took a bite and I was like, "What the? This is apples. This is apples, dude." But it wasn't like a kind of bite that you were like, "Ugh," you know, like spit it out. You know, it was actually delicious. But I was just surprised that I was eating apples with duck, with beef, with what else?
Oh, you had the whole box to go?
Yeah.
No, we had the whole box.
They had us take pictures of like you only get to pick one protein, but they brought out all the proteins. All the proteins.
Fucking I like that.
Apples and what was the other one? Squash or
butternut
that's the one
squash.
you had Brussels sprouts. You also had Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
You had the Brussels
which
sprouts.
were delicious. So.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said,
like if
speaking of apples, I didn't even know apples could have oil on them or seasoning.
Yeah, like you can poach them in like red wine vinegar with sugar.
Yeah,
and like it's acid with sweet. So combine that, you have an aromatic, which is thyme, bay leaves, rosemary.
So now he's throwing another element into this
equation. You got your
aromatics. Oh my god! So it's
the only aromatics I know is bay leaves. That's it.
So it's taste.
Yeah, you got thyme, rosemary, oregano.
So it's taste.
Chives.
So it's taste. Well, come on, man. So it's taste.
Tarragon.
Aromatics. It's taste, aromatics, visuals.
Yeah.
And what else? That's it. Those three.
Your palate.
That's taste.
Yeah.
So taste, aromatic, and visual. That's like the 3 main ingredients for any dish.
Yeah, but you also got to include like sweet and savory.
Okay, that's part of the taste.
Yeah, but when you say taste, it's more like one. You know, like if you break down the process of like eating, it's kind of all right. Sweet, delicious, favorite, acidic, and salty.
Okay.
You know, like just having one dish,
right?
You know, like it's broken down in many ways where it's just like, wow, how did that happen?
Right.
You know, having like little Cornish hens, small little like chickens. All right, they're very very small. What can I do with that? All right, I have this vegetables. How am I gonna make this? Like butternut squash with maple syrup. Okay, let's work with that. Or let's have like caramelized onions with carrots. Puree that up. You can make that as a smear. Or you can go more advanced and like cook the vegetables and then have that with like white wine, red wine, your aromatics. Then you have that as a side dish. Then you got to have like, let's say element, which is your lentils, your beans, or any other type of starch with like potato.
Right. How about those elements though? I like
it's different, basis. But like it's combining them. You know, like I'm not gonna add, if it's something where I'm working with lentils, I'm not gonna have the maple butternut squash together. Why? Because it's destroying the whole dish. As opposed where I could put it on top or have it as a little side dish. You know, it's different. It's as a chef.
It's a balance.
Yeah, you got to balance it all out,
and you have to learn how to balance it.
Yeah,
trial and error.
Yeah, yes. Trust me, trial and error.
Crazy shit, dude. That this is the guy that grew up with us skating and shit and fucking doing heel flips, and all of a sudden he's
doing flips on the fucking
on the skillet.
On the skillet, bro.
That's crazy,
Good
dude.
shit though, dude.
That is amazing, dude.
Super proud of you, man. You're doing, you're
doing crazy
thing.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
You just fucking blew my mind with all these different fucking descriptions, fucking elements, so everything there is to behind the scenes that people think about during their cooking process. That I'm just like, all right, man, fuck it. This is a regular recipe, 3 things, fucking salt, pepper, and the ingredient.
We're super basic in that.
Super basic.
Yeah, me too.
So super basic. Like, think about it like this: if you're the man of the house and you're gonna grill, you want to make your own barbecue sauce. So how do you start making your own?
What the fuck?
Okay,
no, I don't.
How do you do it, bro? How do you start, bro?
So invite me to your barbecue, motherfucker, so I can have your barbecue sauce. Do you make your own barbecue sauce?
No, that's why I just asked how.
But he said this is. Hey, he said when you make a barbecue, you got to make your own barbecue sauce.
It depends, because you could.
What kind of tradition is this? Where the fuck is this in the barbecue?
Now I'm intrigued. I'd like to make our own. We should each make one and then.
I mean, you could go like spicy. You could go into regular.
Then why don't you make your own bottle fucking barbecue then?
No, I know how to make barbecue sauce. I know how to make from scratch.
Damn.
From scratch.
I don't know how.
You know, like it depends.
I got the one with the preservatives.
You can go into the culinary where they break it all down, or you could go learn and observe. You know, you could just use ketchup, and that's your starter. That's your main starter. Then you could cut it with Worcestershire, brown sugar, mustard, a little bit of like balsamic or some type of acidic, and then you could just modify it from there. Then you could go with like a little bit of Dijon mustard to get that. So like it's different, but like ketchup is your base. If you want to make it at home. Now, if you want to make it spicy, then all you got to do is add, like, let's say, harissa, spicy seasonings, all that other stuff.
Right.
These are all elements you add to your seasonings. You know, then when you taste it, you think about all right, it's pork ribs, barbecue chicken. It could be grilled fucking rabbits with barbecue sauce.
Rabbits. No, yeah. I've had rabbit though too. So
you have a pet rabbit?
No, I've had rabbit. You know? I've had it because my dad orders rabbit from I forget where, and it's pretty spicy. And I'm just like I'm a pretty explorative person.
Speaking of Dijon mustard, bro, that's the rich man's mustard.
Dijon mustard,
yeah,
dude, I like Dijon.
Fucking with the regular mustard.
You could do regular. I mean, there's no price difference. There's no like, oh, I'm better than you. It's just like me bringing it all out. But if you have a type of mustard, like just don't use mustard powder. Use like yellow mustard if you have to, because it's just like you need that tangy.
Yeah.
You know, like you need that acidic. Ooh, that's good. Add a little salt if it needs it. And if it's too sweet, just cut it with acidity. So think about it like this: when
like a lime, a lemon?
Yeah. When it's too sweet, you cut it with acid. You know, when it's too salty, you cut it with acid. Like acidity breaks down a lot of things. Where all right, that's not overpowering, or that's not too much. As opposed to like when I put everything in a bowl, I can't take it back. So I gotta make sure I taste as I go. Oh shit, it's a little spicy. Cut it with ketchup. Cut it with this. Have some more Worcestershire sauce. So it's just like different elements that you're adding, but it's just like product at the end. You're gonna be satisfied because it's your product. It's your barbecue rib. You can have that for like 3 months and you're good to the go.
Motherfucker.
Good shit, dude.
You know, you can make your
Invite
own.
me to the fucking barbecue.
You can make like literally maple syrup or like a beautiful glaze, where you have like sugar, water, reduce that, then you add your white wine, red wine, then you cook that, then you have spices, then you cook that, then you strain that, and it's just a beautiful glaze. That's your glaze for your chickens or for whatever you have going on.
Hey, what the fuck are you cooking at home, Carl?
Dude, I'm so basic.
Dude,
I'm so basic.
Like, trust me, I'm basic too. Like, I'm more of a guy where like, god damn it. But at work, it's more like, all right, how can we bring this up? And best believe, for my first son's birthday, the first time we had like a nonstop like menu where we had whole fish, scallops, ceviche, all the seafood items you could think about, a little bit of lobster tail for his first birthday.
Dude,
made by you.
Yeah, made by me, because I was so passionate about it. Like, it's your first birthday, got to go out with a bang.
He's what, 7 now?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like the first one, it was just like, damn. And it's just like, I thought about it. I'm like, this guy can't even chew. Like, he can't even swallow none of this food. What if he's allergic to shellfish?
Is he allergic to anything?
No, I mean, as far as I know he likes scallops.
Okay.
So it's just like, what?
So okay, you're a family man. You have 2 kids, and you're so intricate in like how you pair, and you know you're very passionate about food. What else goes on? Like, what else is your day consumed of when you're not cooking? Like, what other interests are you? Are
chasing.
you reading? Are you watching?
Chasing,
yeah.
what are you chasing?
What's
right
good?
now? So right now I'm just getting in the habit of reading books.
Okay.
Like
That's
reading books, as in like not just like regular like just cookbooks, but legit just looking at recipes and just observing what it is.
Okay, so you're
what's
still
in it?
Yeah, what's in it? All right, so like having like a simple salad, pine nuts, a little bit of escrow, then you got cranberries, then you got a little bit of thyme. That's your salad.
So you can read this book and not have to make the food and already know what it tastes like.
Yes, because I work
because you've had these in your palates.
Yeah, I've had this all in my time.
Okay.
So like, it's about learning what you're dealing with. You know, like do you guys ever heard of fiddleheads?
No.
Yeah, fiddleheads are like little spiral things that look like a plant. You know, you cut out the tips. You have to boil them for a long time. But like it's in the southern cuisine, so a lot of people like fry them.
Okay.
So think about I'm thinking about that with like a sliced pork chop and maybe like beans or some type of vegetable. Just things like that. But like having fiddleheads as a star. You know, pork chop.
Star of the star of the dish.
Main event. The main event.
You know, and then having the pork chop just as your binder. Like, oh shit, that's delicious.
See, like
it's
when he
you
says
want somebody
binder,
binder's like I want people to notice this, but if they notice this too, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're never gonna say, "Oh, it's a pork chop." I love pork chops. Okay, it's also paired with yada yada yada, da 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 da, bourbon sauce. This, and it's also advertised. But pork chop's gonna be he's already front row. He's your guitarist, but you need a drummer, and your drummers are gonna be your fiddleheads, or you need a bassist where it's just gonna be your lentils. Like, it's not it's just not one element. It's
Carl's
more
lingo, bro. That's not my lingo.
Different.
Yeah, but it's
what's
just
a metaphor for Chris?
No, wait.
The driver, maybe like a wheel.
Oh my god, no, bro.
Body. The DC logo.
What I'm trying to go with, as far as with him, is that when you want some people to remember your dish, you want them to remember them as like, hey, I had a pork chop with this.
Yes.
As a pair. Not as like, hey, I had pork chops.
Yeah,
that's just boring.
Yeah, as a pork chop, as a pair, but like making sure you intertwine it.
It's not so
like
regular.
At the restaurant, we have pairings with wine. Or like, oh, this goes well with a Cheap Blanc, or this is good with Chardonnay, or this is good with this. I'm like, cool. I'm just here about the flavors. You know, it sounds selfish, but I'm not focused on
the wine.
Everybody's got their part, right?
I'm not focused on the wine. I'm just focused to make sure you guys have a good service, and we're trying to provide that service to its best quality and best matter that we can do it. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. So, dude, everything, your whole life is consumed with just like ingredients, cooking, pairing flavors. All of that stuff. I was just really.
Hey, I'm surprised.
His brain is filled with a lot of information.
Kid settles for lunch food at fucking Hayward.
No, I mean, even now, like, we have to build his lunches, so it's kind of like,
do?
What do we do now? Oh, he tells me like, oh, I love it when you put bananas, peanut butter, and jelly. I'm like, really? You wouldn't want like a nice pancake in there? You're like, no, I just want a peanut butter jelly with banana. I'm like, wow, simplicity. But simplicity sometimes is what works out best.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just trying to make sure
the wheel's better.
Yeah, the wheel's better. Like, bro, it also got 5-speed. Come on.
Interesting.
Anything besides the sloppy joes that they gave us, because that shit was disgusting.
You know what?
The chicken sandwiches were good.
No, you know which one was fire at Hibbard? Honest to God, it was the square pizza.
The rectangle. Yeah, dude, that was fire.
The rectangle
Fire
pizza
flame.
or the beef ravioli for me.
Nah.
They had cheese on it, didn't they?
Yeah,
They
but
did.
That's
super
decent.
oily.
Yeah. That was your favorite? No,
That
I
was
like that
okay.
pizza.
Me, it was a pizza.
That was my acne. That was my acne right there.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. No problem.
Low-key, my favorites were the field trips. They gave us the peanut butter and jelly.
Those were fire too.
Oh,
Those were
dude,
fire too.
I look forward to every field trip. I don't care.
Dude, you need to make a gourmet version of that, dude, because they don't make
You
that no
can
more.
do it. I mean, we have pistachio butter at work, and it's not hard to make like a strawberry marmalade. It's really not hard.
It wasn't strawberry though. It was grape, purple grape.
Whatever you can do.
Purple grape is
But
that
why
not
do
a
you
real
want
fruit,
to? Why do you want to settle
purple.
with purple grape when you can just make different with other elements like apricots, raspberries?
Well, I mean, you opened up
blueberries.
Pandora's box right there. You said,
Yeah,
you
like,
told her.
you know,
Yeah, dude,
if you say just jelly, all right, bro. Now we met at the same page because you just said strawberry or purple or like.
He said
It's
apricot. He said
It's different though. It's
dragon
different.
fruit.
You can't expect a simple answer. You
Look at
can't
it.
expect a
Can't
simple
do that
answer, dude.
unless you cut it with a bunch of acid.
You can't do dragon fruit, bro. Dragon fruit jelly.
Yeah,
you, can't do
you
that.
can do it, but it's just like,
You don't fuck with dragon
Some
fruit.
fucking different world shit, dude.
yeah. I mean,
That's crazy, man.
Fuck, dude. Well, I mean, that was fucking amazing. You know, just you spilling all your information and, you know, hopefully the audience got some value from it. So.
I hope the audience.
I just hope they come down and just dine with us.
Where?
Just at the Purple Pig.
Where you at?
The Purple Pig.
Where you at?
444 North Michigan. Just dine there. Just watch us and make sure how we run.
What would you recommend?
Hey, tell them through what Two Unscripted sent you, because this guy, honestly, bro, this dude put Purple Pig on the map for me. Not just because I'm doing like media or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate the shit out of what they make because he's so passionate about it, and the way he presents it is just like, okay, I gotta try this.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna take. I'm actually gonna add on to that because it wasn't until he invited me over to fucking help him with that footage that we got to try all that food. And like I said, they were fucking.
So you ate there.
Yes.
Okay,
so like I
it
said,
was good.
that's where that whole apple thing happened for me. So like I said, I've never had apples the way I've had apples with you guys. So it was a whole different fucking world for me. So on top of to jump on what he said, your food is actually different, but a good different.
Yeah.
It's not something you find on the block. It's definitely out there with the fucking duck. If you guys eat duck a lot.
Dude, the duck was so flame, dude.
That's awesome.
Duck, that
the
shoulder.
beef was awesome.
Yeah.
What was the stuff that was underneath the beef?
Faro, I think. Was it Faro?
Yeah, Faro risotto was.
I never even had that in my life, but it was delicious, and I couldn't stop eating it.
It's good.
So
it's good.
And then what else was the other meat?
Turkey
leg. Yeah, that's the one I took home. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of turkey. No, the only reason we took it home is because we all got full.
Yeah, bro.
But it was delicious.
It was a lot of food.
Let's just say that I'm not a fan of turkey, but I forgot it was turkey when I was eating that because turkey's so dry. This one wasn't.
Yeah, we cook it in fat, and it's just
no wonder that shit was.
It was savory.
It's
savory.
Yeah, so you need something like quick to like with acid.
All right, so you were saying, Carl, about he introduced 312 and.
I was just gonna say, you know, if you guys are supportive of this channel, like, you know, give some rad props to, you know, our guy Eric here, because he's, you know, he's holding the fort down, and I think he's just a very good advocate for, you know, what they're doing, what they got going on. I think it's dope. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm grateful that I could be assisting in what they need, but man, it's good shit, dude. So you guys should, I mean, if
definitely
you're seeing
check
this
out that
episode, go come through, check it out, man.
What would you recommend off the menu?
Visit him,
for newbies.
Man, for newbies, honestly, the pork tongue.
Okay.
Like.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
I said for the newbies, bro.
Yeah, pork tongue. They gotta try out the pork tongue.
What if they can't eat pork?
All right, they can't eat pork.
Wait, let him finish though.
Okay,
pork tongue first.
Pork tongue.
So the pork tongue, we put it in brine for 5 days with agrodolce. Agrodolce is a sweet and sour broth, which is with either vinegar or red wine vinegar, whatever, golden balsamic too. but we put that in for 5 days. Then we cook it off for another 6 hours in that same liquid, so it's nice, sweet, and acidic. All right, just the pork tongues.
Okay.
Then we cool them down. Then we cold smoke them.
All right, it's too much. Okay, try the purple tongue. I mean the purple tongue. Try the pig tongue because.
All right, another one.
Wait. Try the pig tongue because this is something that doesn't get cooked right away. It's something that they've been prepping for you to get the best taste.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's the other one if they can't eat pig?
All right, so if they can't eat, try the broccoli.
What?
Broccoli?
Oh, broccoli was flame.
Yeah, broccoli with anchovy vinaigrette.
That's a dish?
Yes, that's a dish with toasted breadcrumbs on top.
Got it.
It's good. It's acidic and it's also flavorful.
Okay, but what if they can't eat pig, but they can eat meat?
All right, they can eat meat.
Yeah.
Short ribs.
Okay.
The short ribs are delicious.
Fire.
With fire, bro. Big a dragon, dude. Just
fire risotto.
No, they breathe a little torch.
But yes, that one's good too.
That is good.
Now, if you want to like go the other level, you can do like a pork secreto, a blade steak with an arugula salad with spreadable andouille, or our Spanish octopus, which is braised for 6 hours, then peel, then tenderize in oil. All right, because you got to say tenderize because
some people.
Yeah, because. But it is very, very tender. You could cut it with a spoon.
He said that for his cooks out there listening.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get that.
Yeah, he's like, yo.
What a fucking bitch, am I right?
Hey,
fuck off right now. I know what I'm talking about.
Right?
Right?
It's funny because it's true.
He's the authority right now. He's the authority.
That's what I was trying to get by. So everybody out there, if you guys are watching us, make sure to check out the Purple Pig. We'll put up the Instagram on our description.
Boom. Check it out.
For sure.
We want to thank our boy Eric for stopping by. We're gonna have him by again, and
anytime,
sure.
dude. Anytime.
Eric,
man.
thank you so much for coming through, dude. You just fucking blew our minds with all these culinary shit, dude.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the info. Thanks for the time, and thanks for watching, people.
This is Eric,
Have a good
Karl,
night.
and Chris D.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.